Christine Brown slams polygamy. I'm embarrassed I lived that life. In a candid revelation that has sent shockwaves through the world of reality television and beyond, Christine Brown, star of TLC's Sister Wives, has openly expressed her regret over her past life in a polygamous marriage. Her statement, "I'm embarrassed I lived that life," marks a profound shift in her personal journey and public persona. Christine's journey into polygamy began in her youth, deeply rooted in her upbringing within a fundamentalist Mormon community. Raised in a family where plural marriage was the norm, she viewed it as a natural and honorable way of life. At 22, she became the third wife of Kody Brown, entering a union that would span over 2 decades and produce 6 children. For years, Christine embraced her role, believing in the principles of plural marriage. However, as time passed, cracks began to appear in her convictions. She started questioning the dynamics of her relationship with Kody and the emotional toll of sharing a husband with multiple wives. The pivotal moment came in 2018 when Christine began to feel that the polygamous lifestyle was no longer fulfilling. She realized that she was not receiving the emotional attention she desired and that her sense of self-worth was diminishing. This realization led her to stop believing in polygamy altogether. In November 2021, Christine made the bold decision to leave Kody and the plural marriage. She relocated to Salt Lake City with her youngest daughter, truly seeking a fresh start and a life that was truly her own. Since her departure from polygamy, Christine has embraced a monogamous lifestyle. She has found happiness in a new relationship with David Woolley, who she married in 2023. Reflecting on her past, Christine has stated, "I will be a monogamist from here on out. Polygamy is not for me anymore." Her journey has been one of self-discovery and empowerment. She has openly discussed her experiences, aiming to shed light on the complexities and challenges of polygamous relationships. Christine's children have also been vocal about their experiences. Many have expressed their desire to avoid the polygamous lifestyle, citing the emotional strain and complexities it introduced into their family dynamics. Their perspectives have added depth to the conversation about the impacts of polygamy on families. Christine's story is one of courage and transformation. By sharing her experiences, she hopes to inspire others who may be in similar situations to seek happiness and authenticity in their own lives. Her journey underscores the importance of personal growth and the pursuit of a life that aligns with one's true self. As she continues to build her life with David and her children, Christine remains committed to advocating for individuals seeking to leave polygamous communities and find their own paths to happiness. Christine Brown was a familiar face on TLC's Sister Wives, smiling through screens, raising her children, and trying to navigate the unique challenges of polygamy. But now, years removed from the plural marriage that once defined her, Christine is reclaiming her voice, and she isn't holding back. In a raw and emotional interview, Christine dropped a bombshell. "I'm embarrassed I lived that life." It was a powerful confession, not of shame, but of truth. Truth about her pain, her sacrifices, and the silent heartbreak she endured while trying to make a life that, in the end, never truly made space for her. Christine was just 22 years old when she became Kody Brown's third wife. Raised in a fundamentalist Mormon family, polygamy was more than a lifestyle. It was a belief system she inherited. Christine once proudly declared herself a polygamist through and through. Back then, she believed plural marriage would bring spiritual fulfillment, eternal rewards, and a large, loving family. But what began as a spiritual calling slowly unraveled into a personal prison. "In the beginning, I thought I was living God's plan," Christine shared. "But eventually, I realized I was just disappearing in the background of someone else's story." Kody, the patriarch of the Brown family, was legally married to one wife and spiritually married to 3 others. Christine watched for years as her husband grew increasingly emotionally distant, especially after his infamous favoritism toward his 4th wife, Robyn. What viewers saw on screen was only a fraction of the truth, Christine explained. The lonely nights, the unreturned affections, and the slow erosion of her confidence. It all added up to a life that no longer reflected who she was or what she wanted. Behind the cameras, Christine battled depression, isolation, and emotional neglect. Fans watched as she fought for attention, only to be told her concerns were drama or misunderstandings. The tipping point, however, came when she realized something heartbreaking. Kody was no longer in love with her. I asked him one night if he still loved me, and he couldn't even look me in the eye, Christine revealed. He said he wasn't interested in an intimate marriage with me anymore. That was it. That was my breaking point. In 2021, after over 25 years in a polygamous marriage, Christine made the life-altering decision to leave. She packed up her life in Flagstaff and moved to Salt Lake City with her youngest daughter, Truly. It wasn't just a move, it was a rebirth. Leaving Kody was more than a breakup. It was a symbolic step away from the entire polygamous culture Christine had once embraced. In the months that followed, Christine began speaking more candidly, no longer bound by the loyalty she once showed to the family structure. When I finally walked away, I saw how much I had been silencing myself, she said. I was pretending I was okay with less love, less respect, less happiness. The woman who had once defended plural marriage with fierce conviction was now denouncing it. I was embarrassed, she admitted. Embarrassed that I spent so many years believing I didn't deserve more. Christine's journey didn't end with her leaving polygamy. It began anew with someone who treated her with the love and dignity she had been missing. In 2022, she met David Woolley, and everything changed. David makes me feel seen, Christine said with a glow. He listens. He values me. It's not just romantic, it's peaceful. The couple's courtship was a whirlwind of joy, laughter, and healing. Christine often gushes about David on social media, calling him her soulmate and partner in everything. The two married in a beautiful ceremony in October 2023, Christine's first legal marriage, and a declaration of her new life. For the first time, she wasn't sharing her husband. She was the only wife, and it felt revolutionary. I didn't know love could be this easy, Christine reflected. Now I see what I was missing. Just walking away from polygamy. She's helping others do the same. With her memoir, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom, set to release in September 2025, Christine promises a brutally honest look into her life inside and outside of plural marriage. This isn't a book about revenge, she clarified. It's about truth. My truth. I want women who feel trapped to know there's life beyond obligation. There's freedom in saying enough. She's also using her platform to support women from polygamous backgrounds, some of whom have faced emotional, spiritual, and even physical abuse. Christine wants to change the narrative, to show that choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's sacred. Christine's departure from polygamy has had a ripple effect through the Brown family. Janelle, the second wife, has also left Kody. Mary, the first wife, is no longer with him either. Only Robyn remains. Kody, once the confident patriarch, now seems like a shadow of the man he once was. His dream of a united plural family has crumbled, and Christine's boldness was the first domino to fall. Viewers have watched this transformation unfold in real time, and the reaction has been overwhelming. Christine's bravery has made her a fan favorite. Social media is flooded with messages of support, gratitude and admiration. She's a hero for every woman who stayed too long, one fan wrote. Another commented, Christine is proof that it's never too late to rewrite your story. Looking back, Christine doesn't pretend the past didn't happen. She honors it, but she no longer romanticizes it. I loved my kids, and I tried to love my life, she said. But love shouldn't hurt. Love shouldn't ask you to shrink. Today, she stands tall, not as a sister wife, but as a strong, joyful, independent woman. A mother, a survivor, a wife by choice, not by doctrine. And as for the woman who once quietly endured the pain of polygamy, she's gone, Christine said. I'm never going back. Christine Brown's story is not just about leaving polygamy. It's about rediscovering identity, demanding better, and choosing happiness. Her courage has inspired countless others to question the roles they've been told to play. In a world that often rewards silence, Christine chose to speak up. And in doing so, she didn't just change her life. She's changing others too.